What's going on, guys? It's David here. Welcome to another Devotional Saturday. As you can see, the leaves, we are full swing into fall. The leaves are absolutely beautiful. The weather has been absolutely beautiful. We have not been having storms like last year where all the leaves are already gone by now. It's beautiful, beautiful weather. Beautiful, beautiful leaves and the changing of the colors, and it's all the Lord is doing. He has his hand in it all, so absolutely incredible. I want to thank you all for the prayers. Circleville Pumpkin Show was amazing. It was a blessed time. There's a total of 6 of us. We had 2 groups. There was Heath and Matthew and Brandon at one section of the show, and then Stephen, myself, and my mom were at another section as well. So we're doing open air preaching, passing out tracts, talking to people about Jesus. There had to be probably well over 100,000 people at this show on that one day, and but they didn't all cross our paths because there's multiple ways to go in, because it's all just in the town, so a bunch of streets and alleys people get into. So again, I thank you all for the prayers and continued prayers for all the people who were there, that heard the word, got a gospel tract, had a conversation with, that the Lord will just, that seed will grow, that He'll make it grow, because there was pushback, there was people for encouragement, and people who were definitely listening. And that's where I'm going to get to today's devotional, where there was this lady, and she came up and she was listening to Stephen preach the whole time with her hands crossed and just sunglasses on and sternly just staring at him. But before I get deeper into that story, let's get into John chapter 7. And this is about when Jesus teaches at the feast. And it says, "Not until halfway through the feast did Jesus go up to the temple courts and begin to teach. The Jews were amazed and asked, 'How did this man get such learning without having studied?' Jesus answered, 'My teaching is not of my own. It comes from him who sent me. If anyone chooses to do God's will, he will find out whether my teaching comes from God or whether I speak on my own. He who speaks on his own does so to gain honor to himself, but he who works to the honor of the one who sent him is a man of truth. There is nothing false about him. Has not Moses given you the law? Yet not one of you tries to keep the law. Why are you trying to kill me?' 'You are demon-possessed,' the crowd answered. Jesus said to them, they said, 'You are demon-possessed,' the crowd answered. 'Who is trying to kill you?' Jesus said to them, 'I did one miracle, and you are all astonished? Yet because Moses gave you circumcision, though actually it did not come from Moses, but from the patriarchs, you circumcise a child on the Sabbath. Now, if a child can be circumcised on the Sabbath, so that the law of Moses may not be broken, why are you angry with me for healing the whole man on the Sabbath? Stop judging by mere appearances and make a righteous judgment.'" And that's where I get convicted. The stop judging by mere appearances and make a righteous judgment. So this lady, she is here with her hands crossed, staring right at Stephen while he was preaching. It's probably a good 20 minutes that she was there. And at first, when she was walking by, I was going to give her gospel tract, and she said no. And then she put all her stuff on our chair, and then she just stood there doing that, staring right at him the whole time. And part of me is like, man, is she getting angry at him? What is she doing? And then, so I'm just watching just to see, is there going to be an interaction? What's going to go on? And after about that 20 minutes or so, Stephen was done preaching. He was getting off, and she just says, "Thank you very much." She thanked him for all his preaching, and she got up her stuff, and she left. And Stephen helped me too. He says sometimes people are just gazed at it. They're just so focused on hearing the word, so they just look like that they're just so focused. So that was me judging by appearance, thinking, oh, well, maybe she's angry. What's she going to do? Hands crossed. It gives that signal. But she was thankful for it. So we need to quit judging by appearances, and I am guilty of that, especially when I go out to evangelize at the square. There's people who maybe look intimidating. I'm thinking, no, I don't want to pass it to them, but I do. And then I realize, well, they're like the nicest people. They're really receptive to it. And then others, you would think that, oh, by their looks, oh, okay, I'm going to give them a tract. And then they just refuse, or maybe they yell and scream at you. So I don't know about you, but for me, I need to quit judging by appearances and make righteous judgments. And one of those righteous judgments is everybody in the whole world needs Jesus. So no matter what I think of them, it doesn't matter. The righteous judgment is that they need Jesus, whether it's A, they don't know him and they need to know him. We need to plant that seed. Or B, they do know him and maybe they need encouragement in him. So you can't go wrong. So that's what I got for you guys this week. Again, thank you for the prayers. Go out there. Don't judge by appearances, but make a righteous judgment. All right, guys, go spread the love of Jesus. And until next time, I love you. Peace. I'm out.